After reading the script for the first time, my initial thoughts were, this is quite large. It has 3 very distinct and different worlds, many characters in different levels of wealth. I thought I better start reading the sagas. One of the challenges with researching the Northman, and I would imagine any Viking project, is the lack of written information. It's still an oral tradition at the period that this movie is set at, early 10th century. And it remains so actually for a few centuries after that. So even the sagas, which are fascinating and have amazing characters, they're probably about 300 years after, the period that we were looking at. So that was challenging. Robert is exceptional to work with as a director because he's a writer-director. When he is starting to think about the characters, starting to write the characters, starting to write the script, and through his process of writing, he does his own exhaustive research, and he does that so that he can, incorporate a lot of the movement, a lot of the what will end up being the sort of setting of the film into the script. So it's all there and it's embedded in the script. That's very rare. Initial conversations, it's for the first, in all 3 of these collaborations, and particularly with the Northman, because again, its size and the different worlds that we delve into, it feels kind of like I would like to have Elon Musk's neuro brain so that I could just basically plug into Robert and download all of the information that he has already sorted and, figured out for himself. We have very similar geek-type proclivities. I started the Northman with an incredible amount of information, and to that I added more research, and then sort of started off down the path of, so how is this made? Why is this made? What does it mean? As pertains to the textiles or the construction techniques, and so always taking things back to Robert and saying, this is what I found about that, or this is what I found about this, and he was always excited by adding the layers and adding the layers. Both Craig and I are on Robert's wavelength, and Craig and I speak together and speak with each other. And Robert is, I think, probably the conduit that keeps the information flowing back and forth. So no surprise when it all comes together, it seems like it's of a kind. I think that the Northman, it's thrilling yet again, as it was on The Witch and The Lighthouse, to stand on set to the side and watch the characters in situ and really feel transported. It's thrilling. We all try to absorb information, detail, and then incorporate that into the designs so that the audience for these films really do not have to question what they're seeing. I would be thrilled if the audience for the Northman are transported, if they feel that what they are seeing in the story feels authentic, if it moves them, if it makes them curious, And I guess I hope that it might ignite a curiosity about what is really and truly a Viking aesthetic.